It's been a long day. What's good? How you doing? It's your girl D, back with another video. Previously, I went ahead and brought you the tutorial for this rather extravagant eyeshadow look. Now I wanted to go ahead and bring you my actual thoughts in a review on the new Fenty Galaxy collection. I did mention previously in my anti-haul video that I was going to be a little bit hesitant. And before I went ahead and purchased this, for the initial Fenty launch, we just went ahead and splurged without an area care in the world. But this time, I wanted to go ahead and actually, I did look at several other reviews before I made my purchase. And then I also looked at more reviews after swatching it to see what it is that I wanted to do and bring on camera. And then also, you know, go ahead and see what other people were saying to ensure that I wasn't unjustified in my decisions. I purchased one of the glitter flip eyeliners, two of the lip glosses, the eyeshadow palette, as well as the eyeshadow brush. There are a ton of swatch videos, and what I did, because one of my friends from Snapchat, Darlene, she really wanted to actually see some swatches. So she's all the way in, like, I think Washington State. So I just went ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and simultaneously show you my Snapchat feed of the swatches while talking about the products in question. First and foremost, the palette is $59. The palette is $59. It is 14 shades of eyeshadow. The Cosmic Lip Glitter, the Cosmic Gloss Lip Glitter is $19. The lipstick, the eyeliner is $20. The eyeshadow brush is $24. And then the lipstick is also $19. So if you're getting the entire collection, again, it's going to cost quite a pretty penny. So if you're getting everything collectively at once, it is going to be a little bit. I recommend that you get this piece by piece. I honestly, and I know that it's probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but I honestly don't think that it's worth it to get the entire collection every time it drops. A couple pieces here and there, and that's actually what it is that I mentioned in my anti-haul video. Now the eyeshadow palette, again, 14 shades. They're all shimmers. There are no mattes. There are no transitional shades. This is not an everyday kind of palette, unless you're the type that wants to go ahead and do the most all day, every day. I have done that, but it's at your discretion. The packaging, beautiful, kind of an oil slick, prismatic, rainbow mixed with somebody's black soul. I don't know. But I do like it. It kind of reminds me of the chrome finish nail polishes, those gel polishes that are powders and you have to have a black base and then you put that metallic finish on top of it. That's what it reminds me of. The number one complaint from everybody, as well as myself when dealing with the palette too, is that there is a huge amount of fallout. The consistency and the formula is great. The glitters, even though it's a lot of glitter, it's a hell of a lot of sparkle. They are pretty finely milled, but there's still sparkle and shimmer and dust everywhere. What it is that you guys didn't see on my Snapchat feed is how many makeup wipes I went through trying to clean everything up and get everything off of my arm. When I did the original, in filming the tutorial for this eyeshadow look, when I did the first eye, just trying to compile whatever it is that I wanted, I got green all on my face and my cheeks and everything and had to wipe it off. So that's why I went ahead and broke out the shadow shields to use for the duration of the remainder of the duration of that eyeshadow look, because you're going to have something. Now fallout, even though it is a big complaint, it is tolerable because you still will go ahead and achieve your look overall. But this palette, it's not a necessity. And as someone who is a makeup enthusiast and a collector and a supporter of Rihanna, I can say that and feel confident in my statement. This is not a necessity. The small exception would be if you don't have anything like this in your collection right now. Then I could see it maybe warranting some kind of urgency for you to purchase it, but in my honest opinion, this is not a necessity. A lot of makeup really isn't a necessity as it is anyways, but genuinely this, you really don't need this, fan. You really honest and truthfully don't. It reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Moondust palette, and then Too Faced with the Glitter Bomb palette. Now, for both of those respective palettes, Urban Decay's had 8 eyeshadow shades, and then I believe Too Faced, let's just go ahead and get them. So both the Urban Decay and the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palettes, they both had 8 shimmer shades. This has 14, which is somewhat of an advantage over the two. For the Glitter Bomb, they both come with 2 matte shades to help intensify the sparkle. A bright white as well as a dark black matte shade. There are 3 shades in between both of these that are almost identical to one another. You can definitely say that it's a dupe, but I say because the formulas are so incredibly similar that they are damn near twins. The only one that, and so there is an advantage in regards to the Fenty palette. The only one out of the Fenty palette that reminds me of a shade for these other ones is this shade called Mars on Fire. And I will give you these swatches here. So that's Mars on Fire in comparison to Too Faced's Work It, in comparison to Urban Decay's Element. Again, Fenty, Too Faced, Urban Decay. And all three of them literally are identical when it comes to the color shift. That there's a red and pink duochrome with some gold and peach glitters. Now, when it comes to the glitter granules, Fenty's is a little bit finer and Too Faced is a little bit chunkier. But in regards to the shades overall, there's not really a direct comparison between the 3 of them. So again, the shadows, if you have either of these 2 palettes preceding, then you definitely don't need the Fenty. If you don't have either of these other items, then you can go ahead and maybe invest in the Fenty, because like I said, you get 14 shades and it's priced at $59. The Too Faced one I think was maybe 42 or 48, and then Moondust was definitely close to 50. So for a smaller increment of dollars, a smaller dollar amount more, you're getting more shades. So the Fenty one, if you do invest in it, it's worth your money. But as someone who already has stuff like this in their collection, I can say you really don't need it. Now, I do like that she introduced an eye brush. That's one thing that I was wanting. You know, it's good to see that she did drop an eyeshadow item or eye related items this time around, even though a lot of the matchsticks have multiple uses and can be used as eyeshadows and blushes and contours, as well as lip items if necessary. So it was good to see something that was dedicatedly for the eyes. I do like the eye brush. I like how it's got a dual end. High for an eye brush though, it's $24. But I like the design of it. One thing that nobody is talking about is the cute little carrying case that came with it. You know, I didn't see in like maybe the 5 or 6 different reviews that I watched, I didn't see anyone talk about that. Like, you know, I like shit like this. You know, you never know when this might be perfect You never know when it is that you could use something like this in your makeup bag. I genuinely, you never do. So I appreciate the little carrying case that it comes with, you know. Her other brushes came with the little protective sleeves for the bristles, but this actually has a little dedicated case. So I think that's cute. I do. The bristles are bends. And then also, I like how on the smaller end, you could also use that to go ahead and get under your eye if necessary, to buff something in or to buff something out. A lot of people have been using this to go ahead and buff out her glitter eyeliner. Nope, that's the lipstick. So her 2-in-1 glitter release eyeliner. Now that is a very unique concept, and when I first read about the eyeliners, I did go in on them because of the fact that it comes with the brush that I don't prefer. You know, I'm the type that I want a felt tip, or I want a different kind of applicator. The brush just looked, you know, even though I can go ahead and create a wing with it at the same time, just looked like it was a little bit too much work. But after actually swatching it and playing around with it, I'm very, very pleased with it overall. Surprised actually. Now one thing that I did see is with the glitter flip eyeliner, you can't really tell in flash photography. I had the flash on my camera when I was playing around with it, and you could already see the glitter granules in there. But if you turn the flash off, then it wasn't as obvious, and that main base color was prevalent, and the sparkles were a little bit more subtle. It is a very cute concept, and it is kind of neat to see it transform. Is it a necessity? I'd say it's Halloween, and then you've got the holidays coming up. Holidays, typically you see a lot more sparkle, shine, glitter, and glam, and glitz. So it could be for the season, I could say that. Because this is her holiday collection. And even though it's her holiday collection, it's Galaxy. So I do like her different approach to things. Next up, the lipstick. I wasn't impressed. First and foremost, because I prefer deep dark vampy shades. I'm wearing one of her lipsticks as a base right now, the shade Starlit. I'm sorry, this is her Starlit Hyper Glitz lipstick, and I'm wearing the shade Sci-Fly. And it's just not, it's not really hitting for me. Like, it's okay. It is okay. And I'm in the shade range does benefit a lot of different tones and complexions. It's just for me, my preference and what looks good on me, I'd have to pass on it. It doesn't mean that it's not a good quality item. It, you know, definitely great quality. It went on buttery smooth, and it's good to see her introduce a few more lip items this time around. But I'm okay on the lipstick. Now the lip glosses. The lip glosses are the prevalent winner, and everybody knows with her Fenty, what is this called? I forgot what it's called. I think Fenty Bomb, Gloss Bomb, that's what it is. Everybody knows with the Gloss Bomb though how beautiful this is. With the finish was great. It looked great on almost every single solitary out there. You could layer it with lipsticks, you could wear it by itself, and you would still be killing everybody. So based upon the success of the Gloss Bomb, I did have high expectations for her actual glitter glosses. So these are called the Cosmic Gloss Lip Glitters, and I got two shades. One of them I bought by accident. I didn't mean to, but whatever. And so I got Astro Naughty, which is the gloss that I'm wearing right now, this kind of a purplish one. And then I got Plutonic Relationship, which is a pink, but the pink has blue glitter in it, like a blue color shift. They smell like vanilla, and when I first smell it, I thought it was vanilla too, but I'm seeing in the other videos that I've watched, yeah, it does smell like vanilla, which is great. I wish it was the kind that, you know, you could, like, as you lick your lips, like, oh, okay, that was nice. No, you know, and I understand, I'm a grown-up. We shouldn't all be wearing flavored lip glosses, but, you know, some of us are children at heart and enjoy things of that nature, be that as it may. The glosses performed well. They were exceedingly pigmented, long lasting. They went on smooth. They're very moisturizing, not sticky, not tacky. They just were great, you know, buttery smooth. I appreciate that. And so I'm very pleased overall with the glosses. So in summary, the entire collection is not a necessity. The palette, primarily not a necessity if you have other similar items in your collection. If you don't, feel free to invest in it. For the amount of shadows that you are in the palette, it is somewhat affordable. I can say that. At least worth your while. $59 is a lot to drop on a palette. I think the Kat Von D, her Saint and Sinner palette, is 20 shades and it was 60 bucks or something like that. So it all depends, but for the average palette and the average number of shades contained, for it being somewhat of a high-end item, it is priced accurately. Is it affordable? That's up to you and your budget. That's on you, fam. The lipsticks, not okay in my opinion. They worked well, but I'd like to see a few more shades. But then again, this is the holiday collection, so we're going for bright pops of color and sparkle. The lip glosses, absolutely amazing. I recommend that you pick at least one of them up. Definitely one of the lip glosses for sure. And then also finally the eyeshadow brush, because of the cute little pouch. A little high in regards to a individual brush price, but if you got it, flown it, boy, I know you want it. Watch me turn around and I'll watch you check up on it. No? Okay, so you are able to find the Galaxy collection at your local Sephora, online as well too, at Fenty Beauty's website. And if you're overseas, I think Harvey Nichols, Bloomingdale's, those ritzy ass places that I've only dreamed of going, I don't know. Anyways, as always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comments section. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But if you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinions, or flicking use the word motherfucker, that's fine. There is an X in that corner. That one. For you to click and get your life and get the entire fuck up of my channel. But if you are here for my shenanigans, you're beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. If no one else has told you, I appreciate you. I really do. Because we are now less than 100 subscribers to go to 2,000. I'm gonna be ignorant when we hit 2K. 2K all day. Even though I don't play the video game, you know, whatever. Still, be that as it may. You guys are wonderful, and I love you so much. Thanks. Bye.